It was very important to figure out whether you were telling the truth
you just had an
or whether a
interview
public
recently with
agency was lying about your conduct.
You just
Either
had
way was
an
very
interview with
important for
CityCast Denver, and you were saying how...
As many of you know, radical and repugnant, reactionary Republican Congresswoman Lauren Boebert is trying to get herself reelected, facing very stiff competition. She was totally buried in a debate gone wrong, unable to beat off attacks coming not only from her fellow candidates, but even in the form of factual pointed questions from the debate moderator, Kyle Clark, who did a tremendous job. Kyle Clark is an anchor for Next on 9 News, and he did an excellent job at keeping Lauren Boebert accountable. Asked about the theater fiasco involving Lauren Boebert, she spits out a bizarre word salad and is confronted very effectively by Kyle Clark. Take a look at this.
That was about the softest reference that he could have made, but do you want to talk about the theater thing?
Sure. So, Kyle, I certainly have owned up to my night out in Denver. And, you know, I've gone on that public apology tour, and I'm grateful for the mercy and grace that has been shown. But I'm not going to continue to live life in shame and be beat up by this. And, you know, I would like to go back to my legislative record for just a second.
We're not going to do that. You had plenty of time to answer the question. You chose not to.
Sure.
That's fine. I just want to make sure.
I'll have more time.
And you have
Don't
apologized
worry.
for the theater incident.
I certainly have.
And I just want to make sure. Did you apologize for the behavior that went on with you and your date or the vaping,
Kyle,
or did you apologize, or did you apologize for lying to voters about what you did that night and the disrespect that you showed to service workers that night? What specifically were you apologizing?
I don't believe there was disrespect. There were things that were absolutely taken out of context.
There's video of your interactions with service workers. I'm asking.
Right.
Are you apologizing for the lying to voters
that I
or
flipped
the
someone off, and I did not. So I mean, I think it's been very mischaracterized. I'm apologizing for you, Kyle Clark, getting footage and releasing that, and people seeing this in a very private moment.
Certainly, it was very important to figure out whether you were telling the truth
you just had
or
an
whether a
interview
public
recently with
agency was
CityCast
lying about your
Denver.
conduct.
You just
Either
had
way was
an
very
interview with
important for
CityCast
folks
Denver,
to
and you were
find
saying how
out.
disgusting it is
We're
to
talk about
record
earmarks
someone
in
without their
Congress.
knowledge.
Let's talk about the use of earmarks in Congress.
Very same thing.
Not going well. Not going well. Lauren Boebert really struggling here to make any coherent sense whatsoever. At another point during this debate, Kyle Clark brilliantly points out that Lauren Boebert is taking credit for projects funded by bills that she voted against. Total blatant hypocrisy. And he calls her out, and it goes just as poorly. This is really a masterclass.
Knowledge.
Let's talk about the use
of
earmarks in Congress.
Very same thing and released it to the world.
Members request funding for pet projects. That's what an earmark is. And some Republicans have rejected that process as like wasteful and corrupt and that kind of thing. Colorado's Republican Congressman, former Ken Buck, did not participate in earmarks. Retiring Republican Congressman Doug Lamborn did not use earmarks. Ms. Boebert, when you were elected to Congress, you said that earmarks were wasteful. You said they foster corruption. You said they're a way to buy votes. And then you decided to start using them, too. So let me ask all of you, show of hands, please. Will you participate in the earmark process if elected to Congress?
Absolutely.
That is a yes from Mr. Lynch,
it
Mr.
depends on
Holtorf.
next year's
Pardon me,
rules.
please allow me to say
Yes,
these
sir.
people's names, okay? Mr. Lynch, Mr. Holtorf, Mr. Sonnenberg. A no on earmarks from Mr. Yu.
It depends.
It depends from Ms. Flora. Okay. So I wanted to ask a follow-up question on the issue of earmarks, Ms. Boebert. You've repeatedly taken credit for projects in Colorado that you asked for funding for, but then you voted against the bill in the end. Bridge over the Roaring Fork River in Glenwood Springs, water treatment plant in Gunnison, I-70 interchange in Grand Junction. You're able to vote no and get the praise for voting no because you know that there are enough other Republicans who are willing to vote for those bills so they'll pass. My question for you is this, and just a short answer, it truly is a yes or no question. If you were the deciding vote, would you still have voted no and killed all of those projects in Colorado that you now take credit for?
Yes, and I would have worked for a process.
I
would have worked for a process to get those over the line, but I worked to get those in, and I have had over 80 initiatives signed into law through the appropriations process.
I appreciate the direct answer. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Yeah, she is on path to get absolutely smoked here. I mean, this is a disaster. I heard a rumor she's not going to be doing any more of these debates because it went so absolutely. Here's just one more moment. And they're all, if she wasn't such a despicably terrible person, these might get tough to watch. They're actually quite entertaining to watch.
We did have a very close election, but we also had 50,000 Republicans not show up to vote. I do not believe me being here is making this a vulnerable seat. This is a huge move for conservatives in Colorado.
So just to be clear, Ms. Boebert, you blame Republican voters for the fact that you nearly lost a safe seat and not your own conduct.
When 50,000 Republican voters do not show up and think that their vote does not matter, that does make an impact on elections.
It's the voters' fault. It's the voters' fault that Adam Frisch almost defeated her. So a disastrous debate for Lauren Boebert. Switching districts, maybe also part of the disastrous mistakes that she's made. It is a wild, wild situation there in that Colorado District 4 debate. Rumor is she's bailing on future debates because this went so disastrously wrong. Let's get her out. That's the goal, Colorado voters. Let's get her out. It's the same dilemma every year for Father's Day. What do you get the man who already has everything and says, I don't need any gift? Put down the slippers, step away from the necktie, and get dad something that he will actually love. An Aura digital photo frame. Our sponsor, Aura, makes stunning Wi-Fi connected digital frames that allow you to share and display unlimited photos. It's easy to upload and share photos via the Aura app. If you're giving Aura as a gift, you can even personalize it with preloaded photos and memories. I gave one of these to my dad for last Father's Day, mentioned it on the show. I recently gave my mom one of these for Mother's Day. And I put pictures of the baby up from wherever I am. They pop up on the digital picture frame. It's great. And my favorite part is that you can put pictures on without even unpacking the frame. So it's still ready to be opened up, but with pictures already on it. Now, both I and my dad can add and remove pictures remotely using the app. You also get unlimited storage on the cloud. And right now, Aura has an amazing deal for Father's Day. Go to auraframes.com/Pacman and use the code Pacman for $30 off plus free shipping on their best-selling frame. The link is in the description. Terms and conditions apply.